Hey y'all. Hey. Happy Thursday. It is Meredith Hurston. It is time to dive into AI with Meredith. So, what's up, y'all? It is currently 68 degrees here in Baltimore. I think we had a high of like 76 today, something crazy. I was outside a couple times today out on the patio and it was absolutely lovely. I wasn't able to get away from my desk long enough to go and take a walk at the park, but it was absolutely amazing today outside. And I think it's supposed to be almost as warm tomorrow. So super looking forward to that. So let me know down in the chat when you enter the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from and if it was nice and warm, because I enjoyed myself today. So I see a couple of thumbs ups in the chat. So hey y'all, hey, happy Thursday. So today we are going to be doing a demo of Nylah, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use Stable Diffusion inside of Nylah. So if you are new here, welcome. I am Meredith. I am an AI consultant and trainer, and I recently launched a software tool called Nylah AI, and I want to show you guys how you can use that to create your Stable Diffusion images. So I'm just bringing up a couple of websites here that we're going to be using as some resources. But when you get here, say hello down in the chat and let me know where you are watching from. So, okay, so last week we had fun. We did a demo of Nylah and I showed you guys some of the vision features, which I thought was super cool. But this week we're actually going to do some image creation. So a little background. Let me see. I have a couple of housekeeping things that I want to get into, but first thing, if you are new to the channel, if you are not currently a subscriber on YouTube, I am trying to build up my YouTube subscriber. I'm trying to get over the 1,000 mark and I'm getting close. So if you are a viewer and you enjoy this content and you want to know when I release new videos or when I do live content, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I am going to drop the link to the chat, or drop the link in the chat. Hey Sheila, how's it going? Welcome. So I just dropped the link in the chat. If you guys want to grab it, if you're watching on Facebook, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you can see when I release new content. But other housekeeping. So I am teaching the Create Your Digital Twin class on Saturday. Let me see if I can find the image for that. Yep, here we go. That's kind of like my signature class at the moment, where I show you guys how to use your own images. We fine-tune a machine learning model, and then we create new images like in any type of style that you would like. Let me share my screen really quick and show you guys the flyer for that. Okay, there we go. So that's the Create Your Digital Twin workshop, and I can post the link for that in the chat as well. And so in this particular workshop, we create images inside. Ooh, let me move myself so I'm not covering up the. All right, put myself in that corner. So what we do in this particular class, I have you bring images. You can bring 7 to 10 images. You can bring more than 10 if you want. But what we're going to be doing is fine tuning a machine learning model. We're going to take that model. We do that in Dreamlook. So we're going to take that model over into Stable Diffusion, and then we are going to create new images. And so with these AI images, like this one here on the left, like for example, the images are going to look like you. So that image looks like me, right? So they're going to look like you. They're going to be in your style and likeness. And so you can do headshots. You can do like futuristic images like this one is here. There's so many different styles that you can do with Stable Diffusion. Pretty much anything that you can imagine. You can do glamour shots. You can create an influencer. There's so much. Definitely, Sheila. You said I love it. I truly want to learn. Yeah, you should come to the class on Saturday. But if you aren't able to come to class on Saturday, I have another one later this month on the 24th. But just kind of poke around on my channel. I have quite a few videos now talking about like Stable Diffusion, talking about various AI tools. I think there's some on Midjourney on the channel. So yeah, definitely stick around and check it out. Hopefully I provide some valuable content so that you to learn a few tips along the way. All right, so that's happening Saturday, and then the next one is on the 24th from 3 to 5. And what else did I want to share? I think that might be it. That might be it for the moment. So let's talk about, before we get into Nylah, the other thing I want to share with you guys. So I did I did a photo shoot over the weekend, right? We all love photo shoots. So I'm going to share. I'll put myself over here. So I created a blog post after I finished my photo shoot. So this is one of the images that I was able to create during my photo shoot. So it wasn't a traditional photo shoot with a where you go on site like to a studio or, to the park to have your picture taken by a photographer. This was a virtual photo shoot that I did in Stable Diffusion. So this is one of the images I was able to create. And here are a few more. So I think this is like 9 of the images that I was able to create in Stable Diffusion, like various poses, various hairstyles, different outfits, and all of that. So this is the type of quality and an example of the type of images that you can create in Stable Diffusion. And why I love this so much, like the tool is so versatile and you can get so much variety out of it. And I love it so much because this is like headshot style photos or realistic style photos, but you can also do like cartoons, you can do chibi dolls, you can do all sorts of styles in Stable Diffusion. And that's why I love this tool so much. So that was the other thing I wanted to share. So please be sure to go read up on the blog because I shared the prompt that I used to create these images. Like I used photorealistic style. And this was a fine-tuned model that I used of myself just using Stable Diffusion XL. So this is the prompt here. You can see the negative prompt and then the various different parameters. So we're going to get into that on Nylah today. I'm going to show you a little bit of the interface. So Nylah is, I would say, an easier version to learn of Stable Diffusion because Stable Diffusion, the automatic 1111 interface, has a whole lot of different parameters that you can use. So showing you guys on Nylah, if you are new to Stable Diffusion, it's kind of a beginner level. It's like an entry level to learn a little bit about how it works, and it doesn't kind of overwhelm you with all of the options that are available in the automatic 1111 interface, which is kind of like the standard Stable Diffusion. So let's go to Nylah. I think I'm currently logged in. Let me log out so you guys can see the homepage. So this is what it looks like when you go to NylahAI.com, and I'm going to drop the link for that for you as well. You just grab that here. So if you go to NylahAI.com, you can create an account and you can get started, and you will have 25 images as well as 2,500 word tokens so that you can do image creation as well as, create some content. Like if you want to do some social media content, if you want to create an article, there's a whole bunch of different options in there for how you can create word content. So this is the home screen. So if you need to create an account, you can click this button here and enter your name and email and create a password and click sign up. But I am going to actually Do I want to do that? Nah, because I don't want my email on YouTube. But yeah, that's, you guys can just go ahead and create an account. I'm just going to sign into my account so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So, okay, so I'm signing into a user account. So this is not an account that I've really used before. I think this is a new account. So what you can do when you first log in, this is what you will see. So it'll say that you don't have an active subscription, but that you have 2,500 words and 50 images. And I think it might be 25. I think yours might say 25 images. So this is what you will see. So in order to create images, this is your kind of like menu of options that you have available to you. You can go over here to the left-hand side and click AI image. And it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. So you have the option to create DALL-E images as well as Stable Diffusion. So today we are going to do some Stable Diffusion images. And if you guys have any questions in the chat, please feel free to, ask any questions about Nylah, or if you have any, questions about AI in general. If I know the answer, I am happy to help and answer. And if not, I can look into it and try to get back to you for the next weekly live stream, or get back to you via email or messenger or something like that. But yeah, if you guys welcome to the new people that have joined, please say hello down in the chat, and happy Thursday to you guys. I'm glad you're here. So all right, so I wanted to show you what Nylah looks like in terms of the Stable Diffusion interface. So you have the option to do text to image, image to image. And what image to image means is like let me click on it. So you would actually bring your own image and drop it here, and you can use that as inspiration to create a new image. You also have the option to upscale your Stable Diffusion images. And this multi-prompting, I need to play around with this and kind of see how the multi-prompting works, because I have not really done much with multi-prompting yet. So we are going to skip out on that today. And we're just basically going to focus on this text to image tab. Hey, Sharika, how are you? Good to see you here. So if you click this button here where it says advanced settings, I keep forgetting that I need to move myself around so that I'm not covering the right buttons. So here, I think I was covered up a second ago. So here on the left hand side, this AI image button is where you want to click to get to this screen. So when you open up the advanced settings, you have the option to do various image styles. So we have probably about 15 or so different styles of image that you can choose from here. And we'll play around with that a little bit today. You can choose your mood. So just different, feelings, expressions, whether, you're angry, bored, calm, cheerful, that sort of thing, neutral. Image diffusion sample. So this is your image sampler. So I recommend keeping this on the K Euler Ancestral, or you can do, I'm going to recommend keeping it on the K Euler Ancestral, or you can do none. And that's probably the only other, you can do one image. And then in terms of resolution, we'll probably keep it at 1024. So that's going to be a square image. So that's probably where we're going to function at today. So if you do, so the first number is going to be your width. So the 640 would be the width of your image. Then this 1536 would be the height. So I don't know if that would be like a 9:16. I'm not really sure. Like the Instagram, like Insta stories or reels, that might be the size for that. But if I'm not mistaken, that's 1080 by 1920. So yeah, I'm not sure what these resolution sizes are, or what they will look like. But we're going to stick with the square ones for by 1024 by 1024. So when you work in Stable Diffusion, you want to give it some negative prompts, and that's really determined by how you are Hey, Lona, how's it going? I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for being here. So when you do negative prompts, like when you're creating images in Stable Diffusion, you want to give negative prompts. So like if you're doing a picture of a person, you'll want to put in like negative prompts like text. If you don't want to see like flowers, it's different things that you can use for negative prompts. But I'm going to take you to a couple of websites where we can get some prompts for inspiration, and you can see what I mean about some of these different parameters. So the first site that I want to take you to is called Civitai. So it's called or Civet AI, civetai.com. I'll refer to it as Civitai. So here on Civitai, you can get you can look at a bunch of ideas and you can search. So let's see. I want to do an Egyptian princess or an Egyptian queen. So I'm just gonna search for Egyptian queen here in the in this top box, and I'm going to click this drop down here and say images, because we're going to look for images and not models here today. We're just looking for some inspiration. So click search, and with Civitai, a couple of caveats with Stable Diffusion in general and with Civitai website. So Stable Diffusion is generally speaking a uncensored tool. So you can create NSF images. For those that are not familiar, that means non-suitable for work. And also, NUDE. I don't know how YouTube is about censorship. So I'm being careful with what I say. But you can create, adult imagery here. On Stable Diffusion as well as Civitai. And the reason why I bring that up is because Civitai has a filter that is like a safe search filter that I engage, because I don't want to have any, not suitable for work images exposed while I'm doing my live stream, on YouTube, because that wouldn't be good. So, click this button here, this little eye. It has the little blue. Let me see. It's the 1, 2, 3. It's the third from the right. So if you have small children in the home, or, wherever you're browsing and you don't want to see adult imagery, make sure that you engage this little eye, and you can see where it says browsing mode is safe. Or if you do everything, it will show you the adult imagery as well. So that's my caveat for Civitai, and just, FYI about Stable Diffusion. You can create adult imagery there. And it's kind of like, a thing. So you might hear, conversation about that around the internet or in your friend circle, is that people use Stable Diffusion for adult work or adult imagery. Okay, here is our Egyptian queen style images. So this is actually kind of pretty. So let's look at this prompt. Hopefully this is big enough for you guys to see. Let me know if I need to blow this up at all. Make it a little bit larger. But so the prompt, the parameters that are used to generate the image are down here on the bottom right. So the prompt is Egyptian queen portrait, feathers by David Downton, and it has some other names that I can't pronounce, just kind of skimming. So laser brush with metallic oils. And then you can see here the negative prompt where it says bad artist, bad hands, bad image, mutation, deformed. So those are all the things that you don't want to see in the image. It has extra legs, poorly drawn hands. It's a whole slew of things. So I kind of like this image. I'm going to change the prompt around a little bit. But what I am going to do is grab this prompt. So you can just click here to copy the prompt. We're going to take this over to Nylah, and I am going to put where it says explain your idea. I am going to click paste, and it's going to paste that prompt. So let me see. I wonder if it's going to not be happy with this because it's on several different lines. Usually when I put a prompt into Stable Diffusion or into Nylah, I normally do kind of just leave everything like as a like one sentence, if that makes sense. But when you enter your prompts, you kind of want to break them up, like the different variables of the prompt. You want to break it up with commas. So we're going to go back to Civitai, and now we're going to grab the negative prompt. Just click copy negative prompt. We're going to put that over here in the negative prompt space. And then you can see kind of what I was talking about here. So this particular, the prompts here are just like a straight line, like a sentence structure. I don't know why this looks like this. Maybe it was put in as like paragraph format or separate lines. But anyway, that's not a big deal. So what else do we need? They tell you the sampler here is Hoon or Heun. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And they also provide the seed number and the number of steps and then the CFG scale. So those are parameters that are native to what is called the automatic 1111 interface. And if you take a class with me, we do use the automatic 1111 interface to create our images in Stable Diffusion, but we aren't going to do that here today. We don't have these options available in Nylah. So I'm gonna leave, actually it does have Hewn in the sampler. So let's use Hewn just to see how close we can get this to look. I'm not gonna give it a mood. And for my image style, to start out, I'm not going to give it an image style. I am going to change this prompt a little bit though, because I want my image to be of a African American woman. So, or a woman, a melanated person. So I am going to put that. Let me see. I'm gonna say medium, brown skinned woman as an Egyptian queen portrait. And let's see what we get. I am going to change my image resolution to 1024 so that it'll be a square. And let me see, image style, everything else I'm going to leave as is, and I'm going to click generate. And in a few seconds, we should have an image. How many people have had a chance to create an account with Nylah so far? Oh, shoot. Let's see what she looking like. Okay, I like it. So they gave her pink feathers. Her hat is an interesting style. I kind of wish that it was gold, but I mean, they did give her a, like a gold jewel here. But I wish this was like gold or something like that. But this is pretty cool. I like this. And as it compares to this lady, I think it looks pretty similar in terms of like the style, because she has pink feathers and gold and black. So let's see. I want to do Kodak gold. How can we change it? I want to say looking into the camera. And I'm going to say styled as an African queen portrait. Okay. Feathers. Okay, so let's generate again. Hey, yo, how are you? Thank you. Glad you like it. Oh, so now this one is pretty. Look at her. This is a close-up, but I like the style of her headgear. So this is cool. So her eyes are not that symmetrical, but that's something that I could take care of in a function that's called in painting. So I like her. I like this aesthetic. This is cool. So good, Yolanda. I'm glad you're good. Thanks for tuning in. So I like this aesthetic. So let's see what else we can find on Civitai. Any type of image that you guys want to see. I want to do, let's see if they have chibi dolls. I don't know that I see a lot of chibi dolls on Civitai, but we will look and see. Let me close out of this. Actually, though, I like this style. I like this. And I also like this one. Let's do this one before we move on from the Egyptian queen. So, excuse me. So, I'm going to grab this prompt and I am going to pop that into Nylah. But I want to leave this medium brown skin woman. I didn't even look at the rest of the prompt yet, but I'm going to just paste it. Let's look at it and see what it says. Medium brown skin woman, dazzling close-up. Photograph features Egyptian queen who sat regally in her richly adorned throne, clad in appropriate royal garb, consisted of meticulously pleated linen gown, ceremonial headdress, assortment of gold and precious stone jewelry. This is a very detailed prompt. Her throne, a magnificent piece crafted of gold and precious stones. This is a very complex prompt. I actually like this. So they have Boki in the background. I think that's how you say it, Boki or Boca. High detail, best quality, lush. They're really focused on the details and they put detail in here a lot. So let me go back and grab the negative prompt. So let's look at this. Oops, let me close this. Let's look at the negative prompts first. So they have out of frame, worst quality, low quality, cropped, bad image, low res. So they have a lot of things, mutation, extra limbs, deformed, a lot of things that you don't want to see. So this is a good batch of negative prompt. So for this particular sampler, they use the DPM++ 2M Keras, and I don't think we have that sampler, but we'll see what we have. So I'm just going to highlight all of these negative prompts and paste in the new ones. And I am going to go with, I'll just go with the DPM plus 2M. I don't know how similar it's going to be. We'll see. And we're going to do another 1024. And so let's check out what we get. And I think I want to ask for a dark brown skin woman. Okay, so this is cool. I think this lady, I like her imagery a little bit more. So I am going to, but her skin color is good. So I am going to say, I'm going to say beautiful woman. Hey, Talia. Happy Thursday. You are good, lady. What's up? Happy Pi Day to you. I know this is your day, Miss Math teacher. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Medium brown skin, beautiful woman. So let's run that again. Do I want her to smile? I kind of feel like I want her to smile. Okay. I'm gonna just leave it with that. Hey, teacher, how are you? Great. I'm glad you've been playing with Nylah and you like it so far. Awesome. 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 Cool beans. Hey, Pat, how are you? Let me see. Tried to create a few images about a week ago, and when I went back, they weren't there. Interesting. They should have saved. Let me look into that for you because I'm not sure. I know we did an update and I need to check and see if some things went awry in the update because I'm not sure because I did an update a few days ago. So let me check into that. But thank you for sharing that. So we know that let's see, how does she look? Let me see. I want her to smile and I want it to be a little better lit. I think I'm gonna change the lighting. What else do I want to say? Oh, because it does say in a dim lit throne room. I'm gonna take out dim lit because I want to see her face better. Precious stone jewelry that glistened in the throne room. That sounds kind of strange, but okay. I'm gonna add some lighting for the mood. I'm gonna say, wait, no, I'm not gonna do that. I want her mood to be cheerful or to be, I'm gonna say bright, and see that how that impacts her facial expression. Oh, you're welcome, Pat. Hopefully I can recover those images for you. Okay, I think now we cooking with gas. Okay. All right, so I like her. So let me see. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3. She's missing a finger. See, I know this is a thing with AI. Sometimes the hands are not right. So 1, 2. This one looks right because the thumb would be behind anyway. But this one is missing a finger. So if I were to share this one, I would probably just crop out her hands. So that's a tip for you guys. So when you are using AI generators and you get an image, like you can take this over to Canva and you can just crop it. Or if you don't use Canva, like whatever editing tool you use, you can just crop this and, keep it moving and still, have your aesthetics. So I like this one. I like her. She looks, she has like a pharaoh, or I feel like it's kind of like a pharaoh type headdress, sort of, kind of. But this is cool. And I'm trying to see, is her eye kind of a little cocked to the side? But you could fix that in Photoshop. But yeah, I like this little aesthetic. Okay, so I wanted to see if there were chibi dolls over here on Civitai. So let me go back to the home page. This looks really cool. I guess it got my attention because it's a video, but that looks super cool. This thing over here on the upper left. Let me see. Chibi dolls. Okay. These are not really the chibi dolls that I envisioned. She's cute. That's like a Wonder Woman chibi. Hey there. I'm glad you made it too. Lala. Uh-oh. I am not going to get that name right. But I am glad you're here, Lala. Thank you for tuning in. What else? This one is cute. These look very like anime style. And I get that some chibis are anime style. What site am I on? Pat. So this is Civitai AI. Or not Civitai AI, Lord, it's called Civitai or Civit AI. I think it depends on how you pronounce it. I will drop this link in the chat. So this site is a good place to come get prompts for inspiration. Like if you want to, look at different images and see what prompt they use, and you can kind of remix it. And you got a lot of you guys know when you use prompts, like you're never really going to get the same result twice. It depends on the system that you use. I shouldn't say that. Most of the time, if you're just using the word prompt only, you are not going to get the same result twice. If you include the word prompt and a seed number, you can get something very similar. If you use the seed, like the specific seed, or if there's like a variation seed or something, you can recall the same image. But if you're just using the word prompt without the seed number, you're not going to get the same image as someone else. So it's always going to look a little bit different. So that's the beauty of AI. You usually don't get the same result twice unless that's, what you're setting out to do. So I don't really see any chibi dolls. Well, this is kind of cute. A colorful chibi. Her eyes look a little weird though. I don't see any. Let's say African American chibi. And the only reason I say that is I want to see the chibis that look like me. She's pretty. Sub-Saharan African tribal fusion. She's pretty. It's not a chibi, but she's pretty. So I'm kind of tempted to make this one. Yeah, I don't see any. I guess they don't have any African American chibi dolls. Okay, Civitai. We might have to change that. And I create stuff. I don't usually create on Civitai though. But let's see. Make sure that my safe browsing is engaged because these are a little interesting. This is pretty. I like this like pixelated look. And this is pretty. But where is that image? Is that oh, so I'm looking at models. Maybe I should change to images. That would help. I only want to do images. So they may not have any African. Oh, here they are. I was looking at the models. Here they are. Okay, so they do have some African American cheapies. These are cute. Look at the little angels. Somebody was doing something for Christmas. These are cute. What style do I like? Let's go with, these are cute. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to copy part of this because this image used a LoRa file and we're not using LoRa's over in Nylah. So let me explain what a LoRa is really quick. So a LoRa file is where you can, I'm just going to delete this LoRa. A LoRa file is where you can take a, it's almost like a fine-tuned model, but it's a smaller size file. So when I have people come through my class, the Create Your Digital Twin class, we take your images, like I mentioned earlier, the 7 to 10 images, and we create what's called a checkpoint or a fine-tuned model. So that image, that file is anywhere between like 6 and 7 gigabytes. So that's a pretty large file when you're trying to move it around, like when you're trying to download it. to your computer, or if you're trying to upload it to a system like Stable Diffusion, that's a big file and it can take time to transfer it from one place to another. So a LoRa file is another type of fine-tuned model, so to speak, but it's a smaller size and it's pretty much just as effective. So you can fine tune like people, you can create LoRa files of like objects, of styles. Say like if it's a handbag that you want to use in your AI images, you can make a LoRa of that particular handbag. I don't want to name any name brands, but you can say like if there's like a name brand that you like and you want to create, you want to create your own style. Say like you want a pink, name brand bag. You can create a LoRa file and you can then, tell Stable Diffusion to create a pink, whatever name brand bag you want. So that's how you can use LoRas. So LoRas are just basically smaller versions of fine-tuned models. So we don't have the ability to use LoRa files inside of Nylah, so I just removed that from the prompt. So let me go back to the negative prompt and grab that and paste that here in the negative prompt section. And we're still going to do 1024. And let's see what other parameters they used here. So the sampler they use is the DPM 2 plus or plus 2M, which I think is what we have engaged now. And let's see. So, yep, 2 plus 2M. And I want to do front back view. So it sounds like they're trying to kind of get a character sheet. I don't really need a character sheet. I really only want one image or one little chibi dial. So I'm going to delete these instructions here for the front and back view and the right side and all of that. I'm going to say African American style. I don't know that it needs to say style. Just African American chibi. And I want a woman. Detailed eyes, highest quality eyes, quality face, wearing white. I'm going to say wearing purple because that's my favorite color. We'll do purple and white. Um, 8K, brown cocoa skin. And let's see what we get. I want a bright mood. For image style, I'm actually going to say, I'm going to do with no image style right now, and then I'm going to add an image style just to kind of compare. So Pat, this is a great question. So Pat is asking, I want to take the class. I'm taking the last class you offer this month. So I know you have to have images, but I wear glasses and several different styles. Will that affect my results? Actually, that's a good thing. So, the images and that's one of the things I talk to people about when they take the class. So it's good to bring images of yourself in different like hairstyles and different lighting and different wardrobes and even glasses. So that helps to train the model on all the different facets of you. So if you like to match your glasses to your outfit, that's helping train the model on all the different types of, shapes of glasses, styles of glasses, and all that you wear. So that's going to give you more versatility in your model. So then that way you'll be able to call your model and say, generate an image of me in yellow glasses or, purple cat eye. Is it cat eye frames? I think, different styles of glasses. Like you can ask it for a shape. And so it will give you that style because it's been trained on that. So that's actually a good thing. And that will help improve your results, I would say, if you bring, images of you with different styles of glasses. Your other question, you're saying I can make models of my hat and get AI to recreate them so that I can use them as design inspiration. Let me think about that. So if you make a LoRa file of your hats, it would just be trained on that style, if I understand your question correctly. So you would train your LoRa. Well, actually, yeah, you could train your LoRa on a few different styles. Like you could train your LoRa to recognize Pat Hunley style, hats. So like if you have like hats in a similar family, maybe you have like a box style hat and then you have like a lampshade style hat. You could like take various angles of that hat. And that would like you could train a model on the Pat Hunley style of hat, if that's what you're asking. And so then you probably could ask Stable Diffusion to create images of the Pat Hunley style of hats, and it might give you some variations of that, that you could then, make your own hats. I hope that answers your question and makes sense. It could help you maybe like reimagine or like think about how you would want to make new styles if you ask Stable Diffusion to tweak it a little bit. So let's look at our output and see what we got with our chibi. I love her eyes. They're very vibrant. They put hair around her neck, which is interesting. And I don't really they gave her short hair. I want her to have more hair. So let's figure out how we can get her some more hair. Let me see. Okay, so she's wearing purple and white. I want to say... I'm going to say long wavy hair. And I'm going to put in the negative prompts, I'm putting hat, turban, head wrap, because I want to see her hair. So let me run this one more time and see what happens, and then I'm going to apply an image style. Do I pay to use these apps? So Nylah AI, you do get like a trial period so that you can try out Nylah, and you get 25 images, and you get 25 word or image tokens and 2,500 word tokens. And then after that, there is a monthly fee. We have a $9 plan, $15 and $25, depending on how many words or images you would like to generate. So that is how you can use Stable Diffusion in Nylah. So this is our chibi. So she doesn't really look like a chibi, but she's very pretty. I like her. I like the hair, but it didn't give us the chibi style. So those eyes are so vibrant. I mean, purple is not really a natural color for eyes, but it still looks really pretty. Let me see. Wavy hair. I'm going to add chibi character to the beginning. You're welcome. There we go. There she is, the chibi character. Oh, and they put little hearts in her hair. That's cute. Okay, so we got our little chibi woman with the long hair. Look at her little tennis shoes. That's cute. I like her. Let's see, what questions do we have? 3G royalty, what do the negative prompts do? Does that mean what you want excluded in the image? Yes, that's exactly right. So here in the prompts, like where it says explain your idea, this would be, I guess, your regular prompt or your positive prompt. So here in this image here, the first chibi I generated, you see how she had like really short hair and the head wrap. I didn't ask for that, but that's just kind of what it gave me. And so I didn't want her to have the head wrap and I wanted her to have hair. So we kind of modified it here. So I added to the negative prompt, I added hat, turban, and head wrap. So now you can just, see her hair. So yeah, that the negative prompt like controls what you'll see in the image. And so you can use things. So let's look at this negative prompt a little bit more. I'll go through the whole thing. So I added hat, turban, head wrap, but blurry, deformed, watermark, worst quality, cropped, let's see, out of focus, sketches, low res, which means low resolution, normal quality. So they want to see like HD quality or like highly detailed. So they put a normal quality, monochrome to prevent it from just being like a flat looking image with no color. Grayscale, bad anatomy. That's to try to prevent, too many hands or, crossed eyes and stuff like that. Low quality, deformed, fat, long neck, mutated, pale skin. So this is interesting. Some of the negative prompts that they have, because depending on how long you've been playing around with AI tools, I wonder if I can pull it up. I don't know if I can pull it up. So I saw a 1 year ago, what do you call that, memory on Facebook, where I was playing around in Playground AI. And I don't know if y'all know, like, we've come a long way with these AI images, because we used to get some pretty terrible stuff. Like, I got started with Create a Fabrica, and then I moved to Midjourney and Playground. And some of the early days of like Midjourney and Playground, like some of the faces would be distorted. And Create a Fabrica was a whole something else. But we've come such a long way, like to where we have like this spatial clarity and stuff now. So I think people got in the habit back then of putting like negative prompts for like mutated and long neck and bad anatomy, bad hands and things like that, because they wanted to train the AI not to show that stuff, if that makes sense. But we have come a mighty long way. So let's see the other website. So I think I spent most of the time. We're almost out of time, man. Oh man. But let me show you one other site that you can find some pretty cool Stable Diffusion prompts. The other site is called Prompt Hero. So you go to Prompt Hero and you can look for Stable Diffusion prompts. And let's see what we can see here. I like this image here. I may try to create her. And I also like this style. But actually, this red, like these, this pixelated look behind her, that looks really cool. I think I'm gonna do that one. And this looks like this looks like Batman to me, but he's almost like he has on armor, but that looks pretty cool. What else? Uh-oh. They want me to join? They not gonna let me look at the prompts? What in the world? This girl has on a pizza outfit. Now that's different. I have never seen that before. This actually looks cool. Uh-oh. So let's go with, let's see if we can grab this prompt. I thought I had created an account over here. I don't know what happened. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. So let's, where's my mouse? Okay. Let's copy this prompt and let's look a little further. So they're doing, this is using the Stable Diffusion Excel base model. And this is showing you like some of the other generation images. They're using Comfy UI and the different checkpoint model they're using. So we're just using the Stable Diffusion XL model. So ours may turn out a little bit different. And then the size that we're using, we're just going to do 1024. But I am going to bring this over into Nylah. So let's paste the prompt here. I'm going to just leave these negative prompts with what they are. I'm going to turn off the sampler and I'm going to leave the mood as none. And let's take a look at this prompt just to see what we're getting. A vertical image of a woman. I'm going to say African American woman. With medium. Well, I'm actually going to say dark brown. Dark brown skin. Her features are soft and detailed against a dark background. She has wavy hair that flows upwards, outlined with a vibrant red glow that gives an impression of a glowing aura. Her eyes are gently closed and her expression is one of deep tranquility. The image has a monochrome color scheme, and I can't see what that is over there. So I'm just going to run this like this, and let's see what we get. Oh, Lala, you're on Creative Fabrica right now? I haven't been over there in a while. I'm assuming that it got much better. How are your images coming out? Are you pleased with them? This turned out cool. I mean, it looks really different than what I was imagining, but I do like the style. I like this. Her eyes are closed. I wonder if we could change the lighting. I really wanted to bring that pixelation. Oh, I know what we can do. We can do the image style. Let's do pixel art and see how that looks. I like this. I like her hair. This is cool. Okay, so that's the pixel art style. Let's see what origami looks like. And I also want to see futuristic. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know what I was expecting when I saw origami, but I guess that is origami art. That's pretty cool. Let me see fantasy art. I want to see what that looks like. Okay, so you said you like the images, it's hit or miss. Yeah, that's kind of what I remember too. I did get a couple of good quality pictures over there, but it's been so long. I no longer have an account there because I kind of moved on from there and went to Midjourney. But yeah, it could be hit or miss. I think I got a couple of cute images there. So let's see this one. Okay, so this is the fantasy. So I kind of like this. Looks like fire, I guess. This is kind of cool. Her hair is sort of kind of blowing in the wind. Like most of it is down her back, but this front piece, I don't know if I like that. I kind of feel like the fantasy the fantasy art doesn't work well. It's clashing with the red, I think. What other image styles do I want to try? I think line art, or wait, no, cinematic, I think would be cool. And then I'll do line art. I think cinematic is going to kind of give us like that movie feel. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think that was it in terms of cinematic. What were y'all expecting? Then I want to do line art. Y'all, I don't, that front comb over wasn't hidden, was it? That wasn't it. Thank you. So this is the line art. So I do like this one. This is cool. It reminds me of like a wall painting or something. I think this is cool. I don't know. I don't think red and blue really matches my aesthetic in my house, but I would play around with this particular style. Cause I like this. I would like this in a different color. I would actually put that on my wall. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I might have to bring that to the Etsy shop. I wonder if I could change. Well, not I wonder. I know that I could change the color scheme a little bit, but I would change the color scheme a little bit and probably do something different with the earring. Maybe give it a gold earring or something, because this could be done in Procreate. Y'all like that one too. Thank you, Yolanda. I could play around with this in Procreate and maybe give her like a gold earring and change the saturation and hue of these colors, because I like the wave of her hair and all of that. So I think I would just play around with the saturation and hue to change these colors a little bit to more of my liking and give her a gold earring. And I think she would be good to go. I might do that and put that on my wall as some wall art, because that's pretty cool. So this was kind of like an introduction to how you can use Nylah to kind of get comfortable with Stable Diffusion and understand some of the different parameters that you have access to. Because that's one of the common questions that I get when people are interested in taking the class with me that I teach on Stable Diffusion. I want to go back full screen. Okay, I got to come over here. So yeah, that's one of the common questions I get. People that aren't familiar with Stable Diffusion, they're like, how do I get started? Is it beginner friendly? So I will say that the workshop that I teach, Create Your Digital Twin, we do use a different interface than what I just showed you. The interface that we use is called Automatic 1111. And you don't really have to have any prior knowledge of that particular tool to take the class. I do recommend that you have some prior knowledge of using AI generators, because it's really helpful to kind of have a foundational knowledge of using AI generators. So like if you've done anything with DALL-E 3 inside of ChatGPT, or even like Bing Chat, they have DALL-E, and Midjourney or Playground AI, those are all like some good tools that you can use to kind of play around with AI generators, because the Create Your Digital Twin class is a little bit more advanced, but it's set up so that there are 5 pre-recorded modules. And so when you work through those modules, you'll, be prepared to come to the class when we do our live design session. But it is helpful if you have a frame of reference for AI generated art already. Yolanda, the Create Your Digital Twin class is $97. And so let me drop the link to that class. And registration is actually going to be closing tomorrow, because class is Saturday morning. And I just mentioned a second ago that we do have pre-recorded modules to complete, and they can take anywhere from like 60 to 90 minutes to create to complete the pre-recorded modules. So basically in the pre-recorded modules, you're going to be prepping your images. I'm going to be giving you a tour of the Stable Diffusion interface that we're going to be using, and then when we come into the live design workshop, we'll be ready to start generating our images. So it comes with a workbook so you can kind of read along and see what we're doing. There's pre-recorded video content in our learning portal, and then you have the live design session with me, and then you get the replay for that. So that's what's all included in the class. So if anybody is interested in joining us Saturday, I would love to have you. And for anybody that missed in the beginning when I was showing the images that I created last weekend, I did like a little AI photo shoot. So these are the images that I created last weekend using the particular technique that I'm going to be sharing with you guys on Saturday. So you create your own fine-tuned model based on your images, and then once you have your model, you can use that model to basically generate anything, any style of image. So these are headshot style, like photorealistic images of me, just, different clothes, different hairstyles. But most of these pictures are inspired by the same seed. So once I found like a pose and stuff that I really liked, I just kind of kept generating additional images with that same seed, just changing out the color, like I was asking for, like a cream color blouse, a gray suit, red suit, whatever. What was funny with this is I actually asked for classic jewelry pieces, and I feel like this jewelry is like really big. I feel like it's gaudy. But I asked for classic jewelry pieces. I was thinking that, classic jewelry would be, like a pearl, pearls or something like that. Maybe a string of pearls around the neck and some little pearl studs or something. So I see a couple of questions in the chat, and I'm going to get to them in 1 second. So I was thinking that it would be like a string of pearls and like some studs or something. But yeah, it gave me this big jewelry, so that's hilarious. But yeah, so if you come to my blog, I don't think I shared the link to the blog. I'll share that too in the chat. If you come to my blog, you can see the prompt that I use to get these images. All right, so see a couple of questions. Lala wants to know, is it Lala Red Bam? Lala Red Bammin, I think. I'm not sure. I think. How often do you have your classes? So right now I'm offering classes twice a month, usually on Saturday or Sunday. So the first one for this month is this coming Saturday, the 16th. And then the next one is on the 24th. So it's the 16th from 10 a.m. to noon. And then on the 24th is going to be at 3 p.m. And that's all Eastern time. Carol wants to know, the images and prompts that you used in Nylah, are they private or can they be viewed by other subscribers? They are private, so they stay in your account. So generally speaking, I know Pat had an issue with this that I need to look into, but generally speaking, when you create images inside of Nylah, they stay in your account. So even when you log out, when you come back, your images should still be there. But there is no public gallery to Nylah, so it's not like Midjourney or anything like that, or like Playground, where we have a public gallery so that people can see your images and your prompts. They are private to your account. And I think, did I answer everybody's questions? I think so. So if you are new here, thank you for joining me this evening and checking out the live stream. Please be sure to like the video if you enjoyed this content. That helps me know that I'm doing a good job, and it also helps other people find the content. It lets people know that what you were watching was valuable, and it helps show it to other people on the YouTube algorithm. So Yes, thank you for being here. Oh, Lala Red. Okay, awesome. I'm glad I got it right. So thank you for being here, and I will be back next Thursday for another live stream. So if you guys have any questions, or if you think of any questions, pop them down in the chat, and I will circle back. I'll be monitoring the chat throughout the week, and I will answer them as I get a chance to. And if you are coming to class on Saturday, I look forward to seeing you there, and I will see you guys next time. All right, have a good night, y'all. Bye.